Editor's note again, real quick before I start this video. I was going to say that even though I shit on her majority in this video and talk about how people are treating her and how she's treating other people, I didn't forget about Idubbbz. He's getting to this point where he's like 30. He's a boomer-ish behavior. Like, he's not a boomer, but you know what I mean? Of like, he's just stopped becoming self-aware. Like with H3, where they're just hypocrisy after dumbass bullshit after bullshit. So he's trash and she's trash. I didn't forget about him. Also, I didn't show any proof in this video, and I think I even talked about some screenshot that will not appear. That's because my computer was just like, oh, you wanted to edit in stuff? Oh, you want to show proof? Oh, you wanted to do real editing? Nah, fam, we're not doing that. And it just kept shutting off every time I tried to insert anything other than this like picture that I made, like any screenshot to anything, especially video, period. It was like, no, you got this much there, and I had to finagle it just to add that in. If you want to see any proof of what I'm talking about or any more evidence or anything, I'm linking videos in the description below. They're way better than mine anyways. You can look this up also. Like, this is like a thing. I'm not the first one to say this, and I was surprised when I found out that this is crazy. Anyways, enjoy the rest of the video. So, I heard about the whole Idubbbz drama, and it gave me a like that exhale you have from the nose because you don't really want to laugh because it's not that funny. Like that, oh, they're calling him a simp, oh, his girlfriend has like an OnlyFans account, oh, she's taking her ass and popping her pussy. I don't really care. I'm literally, okay, I maybe follow some people on their OnlyFans account, like sometimes, boobs are nice, like I'm just saying, you know what I mean? So I'm not gonna shame Trisha Paytas for doing it. I'm not gonna shame her, nor should anyone else, because it does not matter. Calling him simp is funny, but seriously calling him a simp, like actually feeling like he's doing something wrong, which I've actually seen videos like I don't get it. But you have to understand, I don't understand that why people are getting that on him about his girlfriend wanting to be in that industry. I don't see a problem with it. I don't think anyone should be shaming him nor her for that at all. That's dumb. You're a dumbass if you're actually sitting here making a whole entire video listing why he should break up with her and why this is a terrible idea and why he shouldn't be allowing her to do that. That's stupid. That's crazy. And I think my biggest problem with videos like that is there's way more things that you could shit on this girl for. Oh my god, when I went into this whole thing, I thought, oh, that's all it is, and that she's just like a nobody and like that person that profits off her boyfriend's fame, which she is. She really is. But there's so much more you could shit on her for. Example, her content is trash. I can't with a boyfriend like that. A boyfriend who makes not the best, because I don't watch him, I don't even really like his content like that, but makes at least decent content. You'd think this bitch could like make a video that wasn't trash, but every video she made, whether it's her old content or her new content, is so trash. It's this generic, like, I'm not like the other girls, I'm quirky type attitude, making tutorials that are really bad, making these videos like, I helped some girl in the gym and I just had to make a video about it, and it's just so important that you know that I'm such a good person. You have to understand. And I'm hoping that like this whole channel was like satire, let's hope her channel was like her trying to be that, and it's supposed to be funny because she's not really that. To be fair, from all the content I've watched of hers, she doesn't have a personality. I say like she's quirky, like I'm just like the other girls type, but she really is. Like, she doesn't really have a personality. Most of the time she just panders to whatever is popular or whatever's the correct thing to say or whatever when she's by herself, but it seems like when she's with Idubbbz, she'll be different, and I'm the cool girlfriend. I say everything upsetting and offensive, and I'm totally cool with him. Listen, you can spit in my mouth, I don't even care. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but like there's a vibe that comes with her of like, she kind of just is wishy-washy and changes depending on who she's around. There's also the fact that she just does really, really dumb stuff that no one really like talks about like that, and it's crazy because when I saw some of these videos, I was like, she did that? And then I went to go confirm, and it's like, oh no, yeah, she totally did that, and she did extra stuff. I'm like, oh, that's the tea, okay. Example, she traces, which is something that's more personal to me because I'm an artist, but she genuinely like straight up traces and passes off shit as her own, like genuinely, not like, oh, I trace something but it's obviously from like this anime. But no, she genuinely traces it and passes it off as her own. Like she made that. Like she didn't straight up trace it. Which is like, oh, that's a yikes. And then on top of that, she was called out for it, and then she responded to it on Twitter. And in the same tweet, she was like, I don't trace. Now, a few years ago, I did trace this one thing. How are you gonna say in the same tweet, I don't trace, and then talk about how you traced? Like, what? That's a yikes, ma'am. That's a big yikes. Also, I totally forgot about this, but on the whole topic of her being like quirky about body positivity, she also body shames someone. Like, it's weird how much it almost shows on Idubbbz how hypocritical he is in some cases, which I already knew this, but how his girlfriend does stuff. Like, you know what you're saying when you're basically calling someone a fat bitch, but you don't want anybody to talk to you about you calling someone a fat bitch. I think while we're on the topic of body shaming and things like that, she also made fun of Venus Angelic and her eating disorder. And I mean, not in a sense of, oh, she looks really skinny, and even made like nothing like that. She literally watched the video where she was talking about her eating disorder, proving that she had an eating disorder, laughed at it, made fun of her and the way she looked during that serious video. She could have watched any other video and made fun of how she looked, her voice. I would have been fine with that because she's, you know, a kawaii-esque girl and has pastel everything, and I could have understood it in a different context, but in the context that of her watching the video where she's talking about her serious I was about to die eating disorder, laughing, making fun of her, on top of low-key implying that her eating disorder wasn't real or she was making it up. You know, the same girl who totally defended a fat woman in a gym. It just is crazy to me. I can't that people like this really exist. I can't that she really did that and thought it was okay. And again, it's on stream, which is like, stop streaming, just stop doing it, God. And like, there is a whole like thing with her and her, as she quotes, anorexia and body dysmorphia and all of that. I would get into that and talk about maybe some inconsistencies that even I saw, but that's her personal journey. And honestly, and there was that whole drama with her and Sky Williams. I don't know the man personally, I just heard about him not too long ago, and apparently they were friends and he was defending her on Twitter, and she was talking mad shit about him on stream, and he was crying and upset, and she was just overall just kind of a rude bitch. Again, you know, where her boyfriend was at during this time and why he didn't, you know, talk to her about some shit. But I don't know, but I guess he just was taking a break during all this stuff. I don't fucking know. There also is the fact of, listen, it's bad when Zoe Berger can call you out. That's bad. What happened basically, if you don't know, was she was trying to get around Zoe Berger and basically be part of her whole, like, you know, when she was doing that whole thing when she had like all these girls and we're like a squad. I forget exactly what it was called, but she wanted to basically be part of her quote unquote host squad. And then when Idubbbz, I guess he was just absent when the rest of this shit happened, but he finally was just like, hey, you know, you shouldn't associate with her. That's not a good idea. You should probably back off from her. She's trash. Which she is. Zoe Berger was kind of trash. When he was like, back off, Zoe's just like, bitch, you want to be a part of our squad, now you don't want to because your boyfriend said back off? The fuck? And after Idubbbz told her to back off, she was just like, I don't want to be a part of the whole squad. Zoe's just like, bitch, what are you talking about? You found someone else to contact me to beg to hang out with me. What are you talking about? She's just like, no, I totally didn't want to be a part of the whole squad. It totally wasn't because my boyfriend told me not to do it that I even backed out in the first place. That didn't happen. And then once again, just like with the Sky Williams situation, she was talking shit on Twitter and on stream about Zoe. And it's like, bitch, you begged me. Did you forget that you begged me to be in my whole squad? But you're gonna talk okay. Noted. Like this girl has this problem with just being a terribly awful person and a hypocrite. And it's really hard for me to justify her actions, because at first I was like, oh well, she's probably not that bad, but the rabbit hole keeps getting deeper. of the bullshit she pulls. Hell, even thinking about that situation makes almost no sense, because that's where my whole defense for them is now kind of breaking down. Because you didn't want your girlfriend to be part of that whole squad, right? But she can start an OnlyFans account? That's hypocrisy at its fucking finest. But you still shouldn't be telling her that she can't start an OnlyFans account. But that is a great reason you could bring up of why this bitch maybe shouldn't. I don't think you should be telling her she can't, but that's a good reason of why maybe she couldn't. I'm just saying, I'm just putting it out there. Also, I mean, to be fair, this whole thing is just telling me, like, she's just a fucking liar. She has such a hard time telling the truth. Even in some certain situations, I've heard that she lied about this, she lied about that. Lie. That's all I hear every time I look this girl up. And I'm like, is there anything she tells the truth about? It's like, no, she pretty much lies about life. Like, okay, that's great. And I always wondered why people don't talk about this more. And I think I realized that, I think most all videos are just like, of course nobody's talking about this. She's protected by proxy, which should never be a reason why you shouldn't talk about someone's hypocrisy and shitty behavior. That's kind of why I look at these videos and I'm like, God, I wish I knew about these sooner. She sucks. Also, she has this weird thing where, like, it seems like she never really wants him to talk about her. Like, I didn't know he had a girlfriend up until this point, up until this whole drama. I was like, he has a girlfriend? But I see her videos and I've watched her streams. She talks about him way more than he ever talks about her. My whole point of making this video is that you should not attack her for getting an OnlyFans. If anything, I agree with Ian in the sense of him being like, I'm totally approving of sex workers and what they do, especially because his girlfriend's low-key a titty streamer. Let's be honest, that Lisa, I forgot her name just that quick. Like, she literally has written stuff on her titties for the stream. Like, I see him being as a supporter. Because of his girlfriend alone, I don't think that he's someone who doesn't like that type of thing or doesn't support it. I also don't think you should just shame her because she's on OnlyFans. There are way more things that you could definitely shit on her for than this one minute thing. If you want to hate on her, if you want to talk shit about her, oh my god, there are so many things that you could already do. This isn't only the tip of the damn iceberg, and there's a whole fucking cauldron of gold sitting here for you to pick through. But if you like this video, like it. If you want to subscribe, go ahead. I'm critical of people and I'm a kind of a shitty person myself. Well, honestly, I'm more mean than shitty, but you know, if you have anything else for me to talk about or anything that you want me to address or criticize, leave that in the comments below. But I'll see you guys later. Bye.